For so many of us, getting that first car or that new car feels like the ultimate symbol of freedom. But what if that dream car is actually a trap? What if it's driving you straight into a financial nightmare? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on modern car ownership and uncover the hidden dangers that could seriously mess up your future.
Come on, of course you are. Who isn't? You can just picture it, can't you? That new car smell, the sound of the engine, the feeling of just hitting the open road. It's way more than just a car. It feels like a milestone, a sign you've made it. But that feeling, it comes with a price tag, and let me tell you, it's probably a lot higher than you think.
Just take a second and look at that number. $737 a month. That's the average payment people are locking themselves into. That's not a phone bill. For a lot of people, that's getting pretty close to a rent payment. All of a sudden, that dream starts to feel, a little stressful. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? This is the heart of the problem. That huge gap between the dream and the reality, that's where all the trouble starts. People are stretching their budgets to the absolute breaking point, and as we're about to see, the consequences can be just devastating. So let's get real for a minute. The average loan for a new vehicle is almost $41,000. Now, to make a number like that seem possible, people are falling into some really dangerous financial traps. And that's how the dream car turns into a daily nightmare of debt. First up, let's talk about one of the most common and most deceptive traps of all. So you see this huge sticker price, and you think, no way. But then the dealer says those magic words. Don't worry, we can get your monthly payment way down. How did they do that? Simple. They just stretch out the loan over more years. It feels like a great deal at the moment, but this is what I call the long loan trap, and it has a very serious hidden cost. Okay, so what's so interesting here is how it lays out this trade-off. It's super tempting, right? Take the longer loan, get that lower monthly bill. It feels so much more affordable. But look at what you're really trading for that. You end up paying way, way more in total interest, and you're stuck in debt for years longer. And wow, this chart just says it all. The price of the car, the principal, that doesn't change. But look at how that interest bar just skyrockets when you go from a 48-month loan to a 72-month one. You're paying thousands and thousands of dollars more for the exact same car, all for the convenience of a lower monthly payment. 6 years. Just think about how much your life can change in 6 years. You could have a new job, move to a new city, start a family. Being tied to a car payment for that long is a huge financial anchor, especially when you're young. So you have to ask yourself, if you need 6 years to pay for it, can you really afford it? The answer is almost always no. And when that payment is just too high, people don't just magically find more money. No, they're forced to make some really dangerous sacrifices in other super critical areas of their lives. And this isn't just about cutting back on lattes. This is about compromising your actual well-being. Look at this list. These are not luxuries. These are essentials. People are literally trading their health and their financial security just for a car. They're skipping doctor's appointments, buying cheap, less healthy food, and have absolutely nothing saved for an emergency, all to keep up with a car payment they couldn't afford from day one. And when the cash runs out, what happens next? Some people turn to credit cards. They'll swipe the card for groceries just so they have enough cash in their bank account for the car payment. But that's just digging a deeper hole. With those insane interest rates, that credit card balance can spiral out of control, and boom, you've got a second, even worse debt cycle on your hands. Okay, so another thing I hear all the time is, I'll just pick up a side gig to cover the payment. And look, that sounds really proactive, and I get it. But relying on that kind of work to pay for a fixed, non-negotiable bill like a car loan, that is an incredibly risky strategy. And here's why it's such a mismatch. Side gig income goes up and down. One month you might crush it, the next, crickets. But your car payment, it's the same exact amount. On the same day, every single month, no excuses. Side gig money should be bonus money for savings, for paying off debt faster, not the money you are desperately counting on just to avoid a late payment. Okay, that was a lot of bad news. But here's the good news, and it's really good. You can totally avoid all of these traps. Buying a car doesn't have to ruin you financially. It just takes a smart, disciplined approach. It's time to stop being a victim of the system and start being an empowered, strategic buyer. All right, let's dive in, because this right here is your playbook. Step 1, create a real, honest budget so you know what you can actually afford. Step 2, forget the new car smell and research reliable used cars. The value is incredible. 3, save up for the biggest down payment you possibly can to shrink your loan.
And finally, 4, choose the shortest loan term you can comfortably manage. You will save a fortune in interest. Now, if you only remember one thing, make it this rule from expert Tom Holgate. This is your personal stress test. Look at your monthly income, then subtract all your essential costs, rent, food, utilities. Your car payment has to fit comfortably in what's left over, with plenty of room for savings. Then ask yourself this critical question. If I lost my job tomorrow, could I still make this payment? If the answer is no, the car is too expensive, period. And this builds right on our plan. Buying used doesn't mean you're buying someone else's problems. Just do your homework. Use reliability ratings from places like Consumer Reports to find models that are built to last. Check out certified pre-owned programs. They often come with a warranty, which is great for peace of mind. And please, please, please never, ever buy a used car without having your own mechanic check it out first. That one step can save you thousands. So we end right back where we started, with the dream. A car can, and it should be, a tool that makes your life better. It should not be a financial anchor that drowns you in debt. By being smart and being honest with yourself, you can have a great, reliable car without sacrificing your health, your security, or your future. The choice in the end is yours.